Hello, my name is Justin Fischetti, and this is my entry into the 2016 Christmas Ornament Challenge. Thank you very much for watching, and please enjoy. This project is started off in a very unique way. In order to make this ribbon, I have to make 3 bottomless bowls. But to do that, I first need to make boards with the correct pattern that will go into the bottomless bowls. However, because of the way the bowls are glued up, without having rings going around the circle of the bowl, but rather a single ring that makes up the entire bowl, the boards have to have the grain going through the width of them, meaning I have to take end grain slices from longer boards, glue them together, and then I get a long board that basically has the grain going across it. Here you can see me ripping down these pieces of end grain, which will allow me to glue them into boards. I'm using maple, walnut, purple heart, and cherry wood for this ribbon. Here you can see how the boards will go together. The grain is actually running up and down the screen rather than across the screen. This means a lot of glue must be used because end grain absorbs quite a bit of glue. After I had them glued, I just sanded them down by hand to get them smooth. Now I can cut the segments on my table saw. Both the blade and the sled are at an angle, which gives me compound miters. This means the bowl will go together like in a cone shape. Once again, I'm using the vacuum to suck up the small pieces so my hands do not get in the way of them. To make the pattern in the ribbon, I had to glue up 2 different patterns of boards. When I'm gluing up the rings for the ribbon, I alternate those patterns. The glue joints in each board were offset so that the glue joints never stack on top of each other. This gives it the bowl the strength. To explain the grain a little bit more, the grain is running perpendicular to the lines in the boards and now in the segments. This means, as I'm gluing right now, the glue will be joining 2 long grain surfaces instead of end grain surfaces. Unfortunately, the footage from the turning of the ornament was deleted. However, it's the exact same process as what it takes to make this ribbon. So I'm going to insert the footage there, and just know it's the exact same process, just on a much smaller scale. The bowls can be mounted to a waste block which is screwed to a faceplate. This means I can turn them on the lathe to get them into a perfect circle. Once the outside is done, I can flip it around and turn the inside. While doing this, I have to make sure that the edges of the bowl stay at a perfect 45-degree angle. Once the turning is complete, I can cut them in half on the bandsaw. This will give me the bowl halves that let me rearrange them into the ribbon shape.
I feel like we're at that place in the movie Sully where the bird. And I think what we've seen in the last 48 hours since the election is basically a capture of Donald Trump by the institution ideas, and he doesn't have philosophical bearings. They see an empty vessel and they're seizing the opportunity. With no punctuation.
With the bowls completely turned and then cut in half, I can glue them together to form the ribbon pattern. To do this, I'm simply using blue tape and a little bit of tension to glue them fully up. With the glue dried, I can sand down the seams of the half bowls with my Dremel. This allows the transitions to be perfect, as during gluing, the joints shifted a little bit. With the seams fully sealed, I can now sand by hand to give the final shine. For finish, I decided to use lacquer as it's a very durable finish and will protect the ornament against the sap from the tree when it is actually hung. I hope you enjoyed the video of me making my entry into the 2016 Christmas Ornament Challenge. This ornament is made of 4 different types of wood and has a total of 126 different pieces. The smallest piece is half the size of a grain of rice. The total size of the ornament is 3 inches long by 1.5 inches wide. I'm very proud of how this turned out, and I'd like to wish all the other contestants luck in this competition. It's a very great competition that allows people to explore their creativity, and I hope that more and more people will continue to join throughout the years. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already.